Hi guys, this is Anna and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a rather short video in which I will be announcing the buddy reads for the next 2 months. If you have seen my longish video where I talked about my humongous plans for 2018, there's some of the books still behind me. I have asked my viewers if you would like to participate in a buddy reads for any of the books, just let me know. And I have realized that a lot of people want to read more than one book and they would like to know a little bit more in advance what's happening and when it's happening. Had a very positive experience of reading The Fortunes of Rogon by Emile Zola this month with 2 viewers, and it was really good experience, so I would like to repeat it. So what I thought I will do is I will be making a series of those short videos where I will be announcing what books from the list I will be reading in the next 2 or 3 months. Because January is pretty much over, I'm going to be announcing February plus March. And what I have decided to do, because some of the books are enormous, is I will only select 3 books for each of those months. I know I have 4 different piles, but it's just not feasible to read everything. I don't want to start it and then fail, and if anyone agrees to do it with me, then just wait around. So what I thought will work for me is what I've decided to pick for each month. However, it doesn't mean that you have to follow the same pace. If you would like to discuss the books with me, then by all means you will have a rough idea where I will be each day of the week or roughly each week. In the months I'm going to talk about, I have gone through the books and I have divided them into the sections which I think will work for me. Once again, if you would like to go in double the time, by all means. If you want to go faster, same thing, but I'm not going to be rushing to catch up with you. So what I have done is I have looked at all the books I have decided to read, and I roughly made a list for the year ahead, and then specifically focused on 3 books for February, 3 books for March, went through the books if I have a physical copy, and divided them in chapters. So if you are interested in buddy reading them, please leave a comment underneath this video, and then probably the easiest way, if you PM me either on YouTube or on Instagram. For Instagram, my nickname is exactly the same, BBO3AV. Then I can share, because I don't know how to attach the list of subsections, and I don't think we're going to have enough people to warrant the creation of an actual group on the Goodreads. Right, so for the month of February, the 3 books I have chosen are as following. From the classics, I would like to read the Vanity Fair. This is a really nice vintage edition. If you have a different one, you might have a different book count, page count, but from the book I have about 800 pages of solid text. I plan to start reading this on the 1st of February, and I have divided this into 16 sections. So they're roughly about 50 pages long. For instance, on day 1 I plan to read chapters 1 to 5, on day 2 chapters 6 to 10, and so on. So if you're interested in reading the Vanity Fair with me or rereading for you, do let me know and I will share the pace. But I'm aiming on finishing this within sort of 2 weeks plus, 2-3 weeks, roughly 16 days. The second book from the list is, I have it in Russian, and I have realized that I only have half of it in paper. I'm going to read half on paper, half will be read on my Kindle electronically. My mom has sent me a parcel with her copy, but I don't think it will get here. This is a Russian sort of Soviet, very early Soviet classic. You can say it's a modern classic. This is Mikhail Sholokhov and his Tikhy Don. There are 4 books in this, and it's a massive effort. So for half of it, I have about 750 pages in this one, so it's about the same size as War and Peace. And I'm aiming on starting this on the same day as the Vanity Fair, so on the 1st of February. And I have worked through this first 2 books, and it turns out that this alone will take me 2 weeks if I read every single day. Again, roughly 50 pages. So if you find this daunting and this is too much, you can double the time, so it will take you 2 months to read. February is a bit of a shorter month, but I will have a half term. So if it hits the half term, which it will hit the half term for the last 3 days, for the first 2 weeks, because I'm going on half term on the 12th. I might double my efforts and read a bit more to catch up. And finally, because those previous 2 books are so big, the sort of last book I have selected, this is from the pile of the authors I've already read and liked, is really rather short, and I think this will go really quickly. So again, I have divided it into sections. This is The Art of God, which is the second book in the African trilogy by Nigerian author Chinua Achebe. And I think if I read about, again, 50 pages I said or so, it will take me 6 days to complete this one. No, this one is even shorter, 30 pages a day. 30 pages a day, which is really doable. And what I think I will do is I will pick this one up after I finish the Vanity Fair. So Vanity Fair, I estimate, will take 16 days. So I will be picking this on February the 17th until the end of the month. Those are the 3 body reads I will be doing for the month of February. So hopefully it's enough time for you to get the book in the library or purchase it or pull it out from your shelf. As far as March goes, again, I have selected 3 books. Let's have a look. The book which I want to read from the classics is quite big. Last year in March, I've read George Eliot Middlemarch, and I really liked it. And I would like to read more by George Eliot. I would like to read more Victorian literature. I would like to read more classics. So the book I have decided to pick up this year, after quite a considerable consideration, is Daniel Deronda, because so many booktubers I really enjoy watching. I read it last year and sang praises to this book. Has interesting characters, has a Jewish character, for example, which is quite unusual for Victorian literature. So yes, this is the one I will be reading starting from the 1st of March. My edition, which is vintage, a vintage red bind classic, is 899 pages of pure text. And the entire Daniel Deronda is made out of 8 books. And what I have decided to do is to break it up into those books first and then into sub-chapters. So because there are 8 books, they're not equal. Some are longer, some are shorter. What I decided to do, if I start on the 1st of March and I read solidly 50 pages a day, roughly, give or take, it will take me 17 days to complete the 17 chunks. And roughly I will be going with a pace, sort of 1 book out of 8 in 2 days. Again, if you have not read this before, if you have access to Daniel Deronda, would like to give it a go, PM me or right underneath this, and we can body read this together, because I think this one will be really interesting to discuss. I find when I was reading Middlemarch, I really had so many thoughts running through my head, and there was no one to really share with them, so I think this would be a good book for body reads. The second one is a reread, and I've chosen a much smaller one, something I have been aiming to reread for a very long time. This is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I have a tiny edition, so it's quite short pages. The book in my small edition is 309 pages long, and I have decided it will take me about 6 days to finish. What I will do is I will start reading this as soon as I finish Daniel Deronda, so I will start it approximately on the 18th of March. I should still be going strong and not hitting my possible maternity cover. We'll see how that goes, but so far I think starting on the 18th of March is reasonable, and it's not really long, and the way I have divided it is about 50 pages per day, which is roughly 30 pages if it was larger page, so larger print. And the third book I will be reading, I will not be finishing in March. I will roughly start this in March. This is not my read along, I'm joining another read along, so I can't really dictate the pace and everything. But this is a mammoth book. It's absolutely humongous. It's daunting beyond. So yes, it does have more than 100 pages of commentary and suggestions, but if I exclude them, if I just focus on the pure text, I have 981 pages of a super small font with a very difficult text to comprehend. Because I'm not running the show with this one, if you are interested in joining, I would love to discuss it with you. I think this book will probably be the breaking of me rather than making. I don't know yet. Roughly, I would absolutely love to get through about 450 pages in the month of March. Because it's so dense and it's a very difficult writer from what I've heard. I don't think I will be able to go faster than 25 pages a day, so that's how I'm gonna pace myself, 25 pages max. And I will start this on the 1st of March and see how I go. It will be much slower read. So it will take me the entire month, and where I get to, if I have to pick up more of it in April and possibly May. So this is one of those books which has defeated me for many years. So I don't really think even 2 months might work. It might go into the 3rd month. But if you are interested, please do let me know. And I will make a second video in the series later, sort of probably mid-March or early March, probably early March, when I will be announcing books for April, May and June. If you would like to read the rest of the books which are behind me with me. Hope it was interesting, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!